Good morning, everybody. I decided to take today off. Not going to paint, not going to build, just going to relax and take care of a few things that I had in mind. One being a small tour of my modest art studio so everybody can see where I do my painting and my computing and so forth. So let's go. Let's take a guided tour today. See you in a little bit. Bye. Here's my bookshelf. This is where I get a lot of my inspiration from. Again, many of these books are quite old. I'll just scan across the shelf so you can see some of the books that I'm into. And, you know, a lot of artists nowadays don't collect books. They simply get scrap reference and information online. But I prefer flipping pages and going through some books of some classic artists and their imagery and their paintings and so forth. So anyway, that's my bookshelf, and it's small, but there's so many books on there, I had to place some of them horizontally. Here's where I was sitting moments ago. I'm just going to pan around, and this is actually my living room, which I converted into half an art studio. So let's take a little swing around here and see what's going on. Here's my table, my old oil palette table when I was painting with oils. You can see my tools there. And what's on there right now is just about every object that I've used in all my still life paintings. So you can see Howdy up there. He's my last endeavor. He's not going to jump, don't worry. And I'm going to swing over. There's a few pieces I haven't framed yet. I'm sure everybody recognizes that. And this is my old oil easel that I actually built out of 2x4s. It's kind of like a double hung window, swings up and down and adjusts to different height levels. And here's my palette for my acrylics. I don't know if I explained this to everybody, but it's basically a pie tray. Actually, not a pie tray, a muffin tray, and each compartment has a condiment cup with a lid on it. I mix my paints in there and then I cover them, and then I use a piece of 1/4-inch plate glass over that. So any paints I mix usually lasts a little over a month, maybe more if I keep adding water and alcohol. So here's my paper towel roll, which I use a lot. And this is my water and my alcohol. I use that to clean my brushes. And here are those brushes. They're basically fairly cheap round brushes from Michael's Arts and Crafts, which the hosels fall off, but that's okay. I epoxy them before I use them, and I just keep cleaning them, and they last a long time and they hold a point. Amazing. And here's a view. This is a desk I built. This is my it was a drawing desk. It's built out of a piece of scrap wood that I got at the lumberyard, and I put legs on it. Here, I'll show you. There's the legs. And there's my new Howdy Doody piece, so everybody can see that. Here is my black and white photo that I worked from initially. There's my iPad, which I use for close-ups. There's my color print, which I use for color. And basically, I also use Howdy and all the objects as the objects. When I pull them off that table, I use them so I can work with them as well as the photographs. Anyway, that's my studio. And there's my tools and my porcelain tray, which I use to mix my paints on. And now we're going to go into my computer room and see where I actually take my photos and, you know, manipulate some of them briefly, you know, and very minimally. I don't do much to my photographs other than darken the backgrounds and take out a few highlights and shadows and so forth. So let's go. Okay, we're walking into my bedroom computer room. This is my 32-inch monitor. This is my Wacom tablet, which is about 20 years old, but still works. Here's my 2 keyboards and my 2 mice. And you might be asking, why do I have 2 keyboards and 2 mice? Well, I have a Mac, an old G5, that's over 20 years old as well, but I refurbished it. So that's the white keyboard and the white mouse. And then that's my Hewlett-Packard PC. That's a Windows platform. And there are my speakers, and there's a light and a microphone I use for when I make videos, which I soon will be doing. And essentially, this is my camera that I use for teleconferencing and Zooms and so forth. Here's some old paintings of mine. That's an old book cover. There's my painting 447. I think you've all seen that. And we'll swing around, and that's an old book cover I did back in, I don't know, probably the 90s. It's quite old. And here is another book cover I did. Pardon the glare. That was for a book cover in publishing, because I was a publishing illustrator for 25 years. Anyway, that's it for the tour, folks. Sorry it's so brief. I'll maybe do more in the future, but I'm going to be coming out with a series of videos soon on techniques and how to paint with acrylics and so forth. So until then, I bid you farewell, and I hope you enjoy the tour. Bye now.